Hi, I'm Peggy Beauregard. We are the Real Estate Matchmakers. We match cash to deals and deals to cash. We save you time and you make money. The deals come to us, the returns go to you. And today we're talking about the $500 plan. If you have $500 left over each month, you can easily achieve being a millionaire by simply investing your $500 a month into 10% interest a year. Where do you get that 10% interest a year, you ask? Well, there are plenty of places. I know lots of people like to play the stock market, which I think is risky because if you lose your principal. And again, I like real estate. That's why we are the real estate matchmakers. The sponsors send deals to us like apartments, self-storage, shopping centers, office buildings, a few other things. And with that, they earn about 8% a year. And as they fix them up, they grow. So not quite 10%. They could end up being 10%. Many of them are 10%. I like the conservative. Might not be a millionaire in 10 years, but you will definitely be very close to that. And how much do you really need to live your life? That's one of the things that's so important to look at before you're doing any of this is when you are 60 and ready for retirement, how much are you going to need to live on? And if the GDP goes up 3% a year, yes, you're going to need quite a bit, probably more than 10% on $1 million annually, which is $100,000 a year. So you might need to have about $1.5 million put away so that you could have $150,000 a year. It all depends on where you are. If you're at 30, you absolutely want to be putting your $500 a month away. And if you're 60, you better have already done that, basically. And if you haven't, call me and let me see how I could help you. So investing $500 per month, you will net over $1 million in 30 years. As you see here, and if it rings a bell for you, it's not fast. It takes time. Yes, you could earn more. Yes, you could be in higher rates. Yes, that's available in real estate. And yes, that's available in certain stocks. You can make it grow, but it is not fast. None of it's fast. It takes time. You can't jump in 90 days, have $1 million. Not everybody is a Facebook. Look at Amazon. It took Amazon, 10 years before they made a profit? Can you sustain for that length of time before you make a profit? Put your $500 a month away. Find good investments. Have that money continue to work and grow, and do not touch it. There you go. That's it. So you need to understand the power of interest, need to understand the power of growth. I'll give you an example of growth. I have a friend who is a developer. He buys land and he builds 40 to 60 condos. Because of the returns, he is able to give a good 20% return. Some people give a little bit more than that. Some people give a little less than that. Everyone is different, how they put their numbers together, how long it takes. So if he buys properties basically ready to build. So his entitlements are all done and the permits are in place. He just has to pay and pull the permits. And in a year to 18 months, usually 18 months, he's out. He's done. He's built his condos and he's sold them all. And everyone gets their profit. Now, 18 months, you get to go find another deal. Where's the next deal? You need to be working with people like me who know where the next deal is so that your money is always working. The other part about being in real estate where you're putting your $500 a month away is perseverance. Real estate doesn't always go the way they say it's going to go. It's not because they're doing something wrong or they're bad. None of that. It isn't that. When you're doing something like a ground up build or you're adding square footage to a house, you might not be able to get the permits, or you get into the building and you find something else has to be done. And now you have to go to the city and go through a process, and that process sets you back 2 or 3 months or even longer. Sometimes it's subdivide. So you find a piece of property and you want to subdivide it into 4 units. That could take a year or more, even though they tell you, oh, that's pre-approved. We like that deal. We'll do that deal. It still takes them over a year because you only get to go once a month and sit in front of the city council, and you have to wait for them to call your name, and then you get up and you talk to them about it, and then they have to discuss it, and then they tell you to come back next month. So it's patience and perseverance. When you're in an apartment complex or shopping center and it's cash flowing, they're going to give you, this is what the numbers are. This is what we expect it will do. This is the capital we're going to put in to improve some things. This is the return you're going to get. You're going to get this quarterly. You're going to get your 8% return quarterly. You're going to get 2% each quarter. And if there's extra at the end of the year, we'll give you a little bonus or whatever they want to call it. A couple that I'm in, they are doing better. So I'm getting the 2%, but because they're doing better, I'm getting 2.5%, which means that I'm getting like 9.5% return instead of 8. And they're right on. They're right on. They put a pro forma together and the pro forma is working. There are others who put a pro forma together and something happens and it doesn't work. The property's still there. The property still functions. It's just not working the way it was expected. You're not losing any money. You are making money because there's always appreciation. There's the capital improvements that are being put in. It's sometimes very frustrating. And look, you put your money into a stock and you never even meet the people that are running it. You don't know what they're doing every day. You don't know whether people are showing up to work or calling in sick or any of that. So you have to look at the risk of everything before you invest. Anyway, you still, no matter what you're in, as long as you're making sure that you're putting your $500 a month away and you have it invested at 10%, in 30 years, you will have $1 million. We know we can do better than that and have it happen a little sooner. However, again, you need perseverance and patience. So let me know what plan you're on. Are you on the $100 plan, the $200 plan, the $500, the $1,000 plan? Which plan's working best for you? Please reply with, my plan is to be a millionaire. By what year you plan to be a millionaire. And then next we're going to talk about more ways to save and grow your money.